Everybody ready? Question for the coach?
When you went back and watched the scrimmage, the open practice, what were the things that you see that you guys are doing well, things that you need to work on?
Well, on that day we executed pretty well. You know, I thought we were sharp. We had the least amount of mental assignments, missed assignments on that day, the least amount of loafs as a group. We only had 8, and in a full practice, that's winning football. So that's what I liked about it, that it was really good, especially in your 6th and 7th day.
Eddie, what have your first impressions of Glenn Bowden been?
You know, he's swimming right now. I don't, you know, he's just trying to learn the offense, you know, but, you know, he's athletic, he can catch the ball, and so, you know, just what we thought, just it's a matter of him now. You know, he's trying to get 6 practices in 1, and that's really hard. So we're going to have to bring him along.
How's the offense responded to week 2 now that you're kind of in the meat and potatoes of camp?
Pretty good today. It was a real big situational day. We had a 3rd down period where we went almost 20-something plays, and I thought we did a really good job of executing the 3rd down, and then we ended the practice with 2 minutes. I think we kind of split 2 and 2 with the defense. We won 2 battles and they won 2 battles. One where you got to get a field goal, one where you got to get a touchdown, and those are situations that you just got to keep grinding, and you got to make sure that everybody knows what the situation is, and we got to simulate those as many times as possible, because that's where you have a chance. Last year we won 2 games in 2 minutes, and we lost 1. So we've got to be able to win all of them when we get in those situations.
Eddie Burke talked about managing Haynes' situation. Noticed Saturday, George obviously spending a lot of time there at right guard. What's the situation there as far as you're concerned? Do you feel comfortable, whatever Nick's deal is?
It's been great because now we're able to get Nasir in there, Sebastian, some of those young guys, and those reps are going to be huge for them. Whether or not they're a part of the package this year, just those reps are huge. So you know they're getting 20 practices, 29 practices, and they're getting the reps. So we're watching him. He's doing great. He's being a great leader, and he's coaching the heck out of them. So we're getting a lot out of it.
What are you seeing from George?
He's had his best camp so far since he's been here. Less mental errors. Really, you don't see him a lot, you know, showing up because of the mental errors. He's really been locked in and doing a great job.
How has Drake responded now that he's getting 2nd team reps out of
the biggest thing for him is just the technique part of it. You know, you get in there and you get into with better players. Our defensive front is doing a great job. They're doing a lot of movement, and when he gets singled up, you know, he's got to really use his technique to be good. But he's, you know, for those centers, for us, it's got to be operation. You know, we've had a couple situations where we're not getting a clean snap, and coach is working on that, Coach Slarman, and for our offense to operate, everything's got to be right. So Drake's getting all of that right now, but he's done a really good job for us.
Does the fact that Bowden was a quarterback in high school and handled the ball a lot, took hits and all that, does that allow you to bring him along a little quicker? I know it's not with football.
No, not really, just because that receiver position is so different, you know. So, you know, he's got to learn that craft first. When he learns that craft, then we can start bringing him in and doing some other things with him. But, you know, one thing at a time. We got a long season ahead of us.
Dorian was saying that Charles Walker might surprise some people. Have you seen him take a step up from where he was last year?
I have. The other day, I think on that Saturday, I thought he did a really good job, made that long catch, made some plays right here in our 2-minute drill, and he has to be. He's got to be Mr. Consistent. He's got to be that guy that when we go to him that he makes those plays. So especially when we get into spread formations.
Is there anything you're seeing from Rose in this camp that's new that you didn't see last year or that you hoped you would?
Yeah, not necessarily. You know, I do like that he has continued to progress in the offense, a lot less in the mental errors, and just, you know, you keep seeing the athleticism pop out. So I'm excited for a running back. I'm excited for Saturday. Saturday is going to be our first one where you don't know if it's a broken tackle, you don't know if he's running through or not, you don't know if he's making a miss. So Saturday is going to be a big day for those running backs.
What are you seeing from Kovac now that you're getting a chance to see him with the ball?
Well, he was out for a couple days. He just, you know, because we've got to make sure that, you know, after being out so long, you know, that we take care of him. And but the first 5 practices that I saw, I mean, he's got some juice to him. Can make people miss, and his toughness, and he's really smart.
Speaking of
juice, has Derek Johnson kind of stepped up into that playmaking role, which is also some of that?
He has, and I'll tell you, yesterday we moved him outside, and he moved outside too. So You know, that gives you that speed and where we can take it off the top from secondaries and you know, gives us a chance to work some other guys inside. And again, it would allow us to work in a little bit more, just feeding reps when you put juice outside. And so the competition at all those positions, the receiver position, has been really good. You know, K1 Ross has come in and he's been working with the ones a little bit too. And then, you know, Blake came in today, and today I felt Blake. You know, it's a matter of, and that to me showed that he's going to compete. But you know, with those guys, they're all going to get about the same type of reps. It's just a matter of who can we count on when it's time to get the ball to, who's going to make the play.
Eddie, it looked like Drew was moving around well Saturday. Do you see any difference between now and before he injured the back?
I don't, and that's been really encouraging. He's doing everything around. Coach Hinshaw is doing a great job of you know, doing grass drills, some stuff where he's actually going and twisting and getting on the ground and without him being hit. But it's been really good so far.
What about Devontae Richardson?
He's another one, just a freshman that is the problem is the offense. You know, learning that and getting into this offense and learning it right now. That's all. He's got talent. There's no doubt about that. I think all those young freshman receivers we're really excited about. It's going to be to see who progresses the most in terms of learning it.
Your quarterbacks were finding your tight ends and your inside slot receivers a lot on Saturday. How much of a weapon could that be for you guys going forward to be able to use the middle of the field? And are those guys connecting better?
Yeah, space is the name of the game. And if those guys can go in there and work linebackers and work the nickel players and we can be consistent at that, we'll be a lot better. Greg caught a nice route here and we used the middle of the field and caught a touchdown, and you know, so we're able to use the middle of the field and tack it with those guys because they're doing the right things.
Stephen looked sort of yelped with glee when Stephen hit CJ on that pass over the middle. I mean, obviously that was just a kind of a maddening problem last year. How did they get that fixed? What was the issue there, and how have you seen Stephen sort of work on some of those other?
It's twofold always. Is the receiver in the right place? Is he in the right landmark? Quarterback throw the ball, target balls. Period. The end. You know, it's technique. It's all technique.
Stephen, what area has he made the most progress from, say, the guy who ended last year?
I would say right now his intermediate passes, you know, hitting those better on stride, not behind them. So that would say that's the biggest improvement for Stephen.
I think those the other young offensive linemen that didn't play last year, have you seen anything from them early in camp kind of making a push?
Yeah, you know, Mason Wolf, I think, is a guy that we've moved him from tackle, moved him into guard. I think guard's a really good spot for him, and he's played our 4-team center. So we've been able to put him there and let him go in there and get some reps. So I guess if one from last year that's popped out, the extra reps in bowl practice, he'd be one of them.
Very good.